As concerns mount over the ongoing disruptions at the Panama Canal, which are pushing shipping costs higher and causing global supply chain delays, the prices of goods are steadily increasing. These ripple effects are further intensified by recent executive orders from the US imposing tariffs that could potentially escalate the cost of goods even more. As the region prepares for rising cost of everyday items, the government is emphasizing the need for food security and self-sufficiency by boosting local food production to lessen reliance on imports. However, an additional challenge looms: climate change, which introduces further uncertainty to an already vulnerable global supply chain. Brent Theophile, the National Specialist for the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture in St. Lucia, shared insights into his organization's continuous efforts to adjust agricultural practices in response to the challenges posed by climate change.
We run each year a series of consultations across the Caribbean region called the CCRAF, the Caribbean Climate Resistance Agricultural Forum.
Yes.
And in there, we focus on engaging with technicians and farmers to learn from each other as to what works, what we need to be aware of, and how best to approach this issue of climate adaptation at the farm level. We took elements of that and translated it into another initiative working directly with a local entrepreneur and farmers to boost the productivity of farmers while reducing their cost of inputs.
The national specialist further elaborated on the insights gathered from consultations with farmers aimed at improving the efficiency of their farms.
Key interest from our consultations with farmers and other technicians for St. Lucia is on how can farmers actually adopt the suite of practices that everybody's encouraging them to adopt. How exactly can they go about making that work for their small farm? So in that regards, one of the important things for us was zeroing in on nutrient management and how we can make that as efficient as possible, ways in which we can make that as efficient as possible so that we reduce the cost of growing the crop while boosting productivity.
Yeah. Theophile went on to emphasize his organization's collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture and a local company, E&E Agrochemicals, in this regard, sharing the results of the research conducted thus far.
But we found from that work, just zeroing in on that work, getting the right type of nutrient in the right form to the crop at the right time, coupled with the other agronomic practices, we're talking about 2 times and 3 times improvements in yield.
In production,
In some cases for watermelon, tomato, peppers, we're talking about reductions ranging from 75 to around 85% in cost, reduced cost on agrochemicals, agro inputs.
Wow.
So there's a lot of potential in that space for making our farms more productive, because it's a core need. We don't have more land. We're not making more land for agriculture. So the existing land needs to be more productive.
Definitely.
To make the farmer be profitable for the farmer, because our farmers have to make money too, as well as to get products out to a market at the right price in the way that they want it.
Theophile also emphasized other areas where his organization is focusing efforts to enhance climate resilience agricultural practices.
Lots of opportunity in that space. And we haven't even talked about some of the agronomic systems, some of the labor-saving adoptions like drip, small machinery that could be incorporated into those systems to make it even more productive. But we wanted to start at an area where less can be more, and then to build from there.
Despite the significant challenges posed by global disruptions and climate change, St. Lucia remains focused on developing climate-resilient farming systems and finding solutions to enhance resilience and secure food supplies. As the island strives to lessen its dependence on imports and fortify food security, adopting climate-smart practices will be crucial in addressing both of these challenges. For Choice News Now, I am Darrell Lionel.